We'll start with a simple how to get your check engine code. So you turn the bike on. Okay. And so see, we got a check engine warning on here. So if you hold down the on the control over here, the one that you used to flip through these. So if I go back to check engine and I hold it down, there's my check engine code. It's 520210. I'll show you how to look that up in the factory service manual. And I believe if you tap this a few more times, it would give you different codes, but I don't have any other codes. It's my only error code. So I'm going to hold it down and it goes back. So that's how to get your check engine codes. Just hold down the multifunction switch on your left control, hold it down for about, I don't know, 2 seconds or something, and then up it goes. And I don't know if that's flashing. I think that's just flashing. It's not actual reading out a code like the old computers used to do. We get this whole readout here. 520210. Get a 5 down here and a 0 at the beginning. I don't know what those mean. But we'll cover that in the service manual, and then we'll start tearing down the bike to fix it. Alright, right here we've got diagnostic trouble codes. So that's where I think we want to go. This is the index at the end of the service manual. So we are going to go to 5.33 diagnostic trouble codes. Here we go. So we had 520210. So we're looking for 520204, 520210, and we had a 5 after it. Driver circuit open or grounded. So I think that's what the 5 means. We could have added 2. Plausibility fault. This is oxygen sensor heater. So this isn't the oxygen sensor itself, it's the heater. Driver circuit short to battery, driver circuit grounded. So here it was saying it was either open or grounded. So the oxygen sensor itself failed. So that's what we're in here to fix. Alright, as you saw, it's the rear oxygen sensor, which is right down here. So I'll get closer to that when we start removing it. But first I got to get to the wiring that comes up through here. You may have seen my video when I installed the exhaust, so I know exactly where to go for this. Get the seat off. It's a 5mm Allen. Alright, there it is. I can unplug this side. This is the bike side. This is the sensor side. So I want to let that go slack so I can unbolt it now. It is a 14mm bolt, so just a basic wrench will get this thing out usually, if it's not too rusty. Mine looks pretty rusty. Let's reposition the camera so you can watch this part. Alright, this is about the best I can do, and I'm probably going to be in your way of seeing what I'm doing, but here's a 14 wrench. I need to get on here. Okay, actually I'm going the wrong way. So I actually want to go what looks like the wrong way from above because I'm going down with it. There we go. Busted loose nice and easily. It's been in here a year and a half now, and it's got about 12 or 13,000 miles since I put this exhaust on. So more than half the bike's life actually, seeing as how it's got about 22,500 on it right now. Anyways, this wire is trying to tangle up, and I don't think it wants to fit out the bottom here, so I just kind of got to let it tangle while I put it in, which really sucks. Come on, keep turning. Yeah, it's, as you can see, it's wrapping itself around this sensor. There we go. Come back around. There we go, it's out. Now, I can get this out. Alright, here's the sensor. See if I can see that okay. Yep. So there's the sensor. Here's the big plug. There's a big plug. So let's go grab the replacement sensor. Now Polaris, or Indian, the dealer, wants $200 for a replacement oxygen sensor. Maybe more depending on the dealer. Anyways, these are just standard narrow band oxygen sensors with smaller threads for a motorcycle. So I went around and looked around on eBay. I just typed in oxygen sensor 12 millimeter because these are 12 millimeter threads. The standard oxygen sensor, I believe, is 18 millimeter. So here it is. As you can see, it's the same size. And if we check the other ends, I'm trying to be gentle with this thing. So there we are. Even the wire colors are the same. So we got purple, white, gray, and black. And they're in the same order. It's the same size plug. So I bought this, and they're both Delphi connectors. I think Delphi makes the connectors though. But anyways, so this sensor was $45 on eBay, shipped. And it was actually like the cheapest one I could find on there. It was labeled as for a Harley Davidson. You know, the cool thing is, it's even the exact same length. This end to that end. Same length. So it's gonna work beautifully. Don't think there's any writing on the end of this thing. It'd be hilarious if it had the same writing. No, there's no writing on the bolt. Whereas this one's got some writing on it. But anyways, yeah, so just toss this in. I'll reset the engine codes with my Dynojet PowerVision CX, and this will be off and running. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, I didn't like how I had to twist the cord up last time, so I'm just going to find a way to get this up there afterwards. So we just stick this in here. And then we'll get the threads started by hand, and we should be able to thread it all the way in by hand and then torque it with a wrench. Alright, now we're going to rotate the whole wire as we twist this thing in. It's still pointed pretty darn close to my engine block, but since I pulled the exhaust a little bit farther away in the quiet baffle install video, it feels like this thing is farther from the engine block and less likely to get damaged in the future. Alright, so let's see if we can torque it up now. We got a crush washer in there. It's going to seal nicely this first time and a little less nicely each time that we have to remove it and reinstall it. Alright, I'm just, putting a reasonable amount of torque on it. I mean, if I had to put a cheater pipe on this, obviously I'm making it too tight. I didn't have to, so we're in the ballpark. It is mighty warm out today. Pardon my dripping sweat. Hopefully my camera doesn't overheat in the sun. The performance goes down dramatically as it gets hot. Okay, so we need to get this over here. The biggest part, and you saw me complain about this in the video with the exhaust install, was how big this freaking plug is. So I think if I come up through here, I got this wiring harness in the way, but I can get the plug on the other side, and then I can push the harness out of the way. So make sure you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm up here, and I've run it. I came in through here. All right, I think we're stable now. Anyways, so I'm slowly working my way in through here, back down to where the plug was before. Okay, now that works. And now I just need to plug it in. Alright, the camera overheated and you missed the part where I plugged in the connector, but it's just a matter of plugging it in and making sure that the wire's not tight. So I got some slack in the wire, and it's routed about as well as it can be. It's still too damn close to the engine case with this stupid exhaust system, but whatever. So now, this connector right here with the several wires and just a blank plug. This is our diagnostic port. So we're gonna pull the cap out of that. There we go. Hopefully my camera doesn't overheat too much, but yeah, we're just gonna reset the codes with this device. So, as long as I can keep the camera running. So we plug this end into Dynojet PowerVision. There we go. And then this end is going to go into the bike. There we go. Turn the bike on. Alright. Let's see. Nope, not recording. Vehicle tools. Oops. Oops. Vehicle tools. Diagnostics. Oops. Come on. Diagnostics. Clear CUDs. DTC cleared. Okay. So now we should be able to start it without a check engine light. Turn the bike off. Unplug this. Alright. So here we go. Turn it on. There we go. Let's fire it up. Son of a bitch, we still have an error code. Alright guys, I just went for a ride, and that seems to have been the trick for getting the check engine light to go out. See, no more check engine light. So, it just wanted to see the oxygen sensor actually work as I rode around. All better now. I'm pretty happy. So, hope you enjoyed this video. Just, normal maintenance on the bike, keeping it working properly. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.